Stirring my coffee with a chopstick. It's nice and quiet, isn't it? Put that chopstick down. Chopsticks are for closers. Hold on one second. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Welcome to another ASMR at 5. Some people have said that they might want to sponsor a live at 5 show every day. I would be into that if someone's interested in that. Let me know. Private message me. You could be the sole sponsor of ASMR at 5 every day. That would be kind of fun. It's funny when you get to be over 1,000 subscribers. I said the haters really don't begin until you get about 1,000, and then you get jammed up. I know some people that started channels and started getting criticized, like right away, like immediately. They got schooled and criticized, and they stopped. They actually stopped. And you have turned criticism into fuel, and it works well. I think I'm approaching 45,000. Not that I'm keeping track. If anything, I'm more surprised that there's 45,000 subscribers. But did you know that 72% of those 45,000 of the 72% of the 45,000 are subscribed, and 25 or 28% are not subscribed. If you haven't subscribed and hit the, and not just liking the thumbs up button, but if you haven't actually subscribed to the channel, and then you touch the little bell, and that gives you an alert every time there's a new video. Not that you're going to watch every single one. I have about 20 channels. Now I'm subscribed to about 200, but I have about 20 that I hit the little bell where I want to know every time they have a video, rather than just randomly find it when I log on to YouTube. So if you haven't yet subscribed, do so. If you haven't yet hit the alert bell, please do so. That would be awesome. And would you like to see a live ASMR at 5 every day? That would be fun, wouldn't it? You know what's interesting? Someone said to me, there's no way in the world that your morning videos are 5 a.m. And you're going to get doubters. And I'm thinking, someone said you're just like in a dark room, or you're doing it at night. Why would anyone else put themselves on camera with bed head and bed beard, in a bathrobe, and sometimes wearing a hat in the house? Cats are going crazy today. I roll out of the sack. I make either the French press or pour over. I used to make the percolator, which I still like. And I have my coffee here at the table every day in the cozy nook, which is just like a little bump out area in my kitchen, where I just set up. No oil lamp today. That's at the Van Gogh room. And I just set up and have my coffee with the Building an Empire cup this morning. Kings build empires. So, welcome to my kingdom. And if you know me well enough and have been following me for a while, you know I say that kind of tongue-in-cheek, as I do about 90% of my content. I would say 10% is educational. 9% is slightly tongue-in-cheek. So yeah, a sponsor for Live at 5 would be awesome. Let's make it happen. We'll do it 5 days a week. That would be fun. So I have to go meet the Salters this morning, and the reason is the salon that I work at has a new owner that's taking over at the end of the month. And there's going to be a new layout, and they're going to go in on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays for the first couple months. We're going to be closed on Tuesdays, I think, after February, so sometime in there, and I'll let you guys know who are my regular guests. And walls are going to get knocked down, and there's going to be a new layout. And I've been telling my guests this. If you've been to my room where the chill chair is, you've seen I have a designated room that is masculine. I have a separate consultation sitting area, and I like to sit and talk with my guests before, rather than have you sit in the chair and then look at you in the mirror and say, so what are we doing today? Like every other stylist and barber in the world does. And to me, that's insulting people when you talk to them through the mirror. I like being face to face with you and ask you about you. And I sense if you don't want to talk about you, that's fine. But if you want to talk about you, that's cool, because I remember things about you. Most recently, your goals for 2018, which you know the goals now are called a to-do list. You know that, right? They're no longer called goals. They're called a to-do list. Let's say on a Saturday, you write down a to-do list that you have to do. Pick up mulch at Home Depot. Go buy a new drill. Stop at the supermarket. And you have your list. Walmart, put air in the tires. Fill up the tank, and you check things off. That's your to-do list. You would never call that your goals for the day, right? Right? And at the end of the day, you feel good. You look at your list and you checked off the last thing and you have a sense of accomplishment. What if we attacked our things formerly known as goals in that fashion and called them a to-do list? They might stand a better chance of getting done. Do you hear me? They are no longer called your goals. It is called your to-do list. It's powerful, isn't it? Isn't it funny how just like one little change in language can affect your life? Now back to the salon, and we'll talk more at a later time about the to-do list, your to-do list for 2018. And one of those things, obviously, is to get unstuck. If you're new to this channel. So at the salon, we are creating a men's area in the back of the salon. The new owner is adding 7 more chairs, bringing in 7 stylists, male or female, I don't know. Some people would say, oh, I remember I said something like he's bringing in 7 new girls, and someone said, well, they don't always have to be girls, do they? And I'm like, there's always got to be like one dick, isn't there? Like in a crowd or somewhere, someone making some stupid ass comment. Stylists don't have to be girls, okay? Crazy. I was just going to say something else, but it would be too phobic. But bringing in 7 new people, how's that sound? 7 new human life forms. Bringing in 7 new Homo sapiens. For those of you who get triggered by the word homo, Homo sapien means human being. But we're bringing in 7 new people. A total of 13 stylists. And the back of the salon is going to be like a men's area. Men will not enter through the front, they will enter through the rear. There's a gray metal industrial door, you know, with the crash bar to open it. That's going to be removed, and we're putting a glass door in and a little doorbell in the back outside. So when someone comes, they just ring the bell and they will be greeted and then brought in, kind of like a speakeasy. There's going to be 3 designated parking spaces in the back of the salon. Men will have their own entrance, like the speakeasy thing. Men are going to have their own entrance. Women, so a guy is not going to have to like weave through foil heads and colors and keratin treatments on his way back to the men's area. So it's going to be a very manly area. I really think this is going to be a neat thing. I'm going to have a sink in my room, so you're not, if like you're getting your hair washed, you're not laying back and getting your hair washed with like 6 women and 6 stylists. It's going to be very private. I'm going to have my own assistant, which is going to be very cool. I will be offering, I'm getting a new chill chair, a really nice reclining chair, because right now my chair doesn't recline. It was a recliner in the past, but in the future it's going to be a nice reclining chair where I will be doing anti-aging facials as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's one of the things that I do well, is I do straight razor shaves very well. And I'm looking forward to that, getting back into that again. That's great. To me, it's just a fun art, and it's something that I do well. It's something I enjoy doing, which is the 2 things that you need to think about. What do you do well? Like, what are you good at? And 2, what do you enjoy doing? What a killer combination. Think about it. What are you good at, and what do you enjoy doing? Not everything I enjoy doing, I'm good at, and not everything I'm good at, I enjoy doing. But when you put those 2 things together, wow, you become unstoppable. You know how the army of average becomes unstoppable when you light a fire under them. You're part of the army of average. Actually, last year's army of average and the year before, you're way above average now. You're part of the unstoppable bunch. I don't even like to say above average. You don't go from average to above average or excellent. You go from average to unstoppable, which is off the chart. That's how I feel about it. So I'm meeting with the Sultress this morning. We're having a meeting about the layout as she meets with the owner, and going to be talking about some of the new systems and so forth, everything from the payment systems to the which are antiquated right now. And I think I'm getting a new apprentice or an assistant that's going to learn, and someone who, like, this is what I believe. I believe everybody should be teaching somebody and prepping someone else. Let me just put it that way. You should always be teaching somebody something in your discipline. And I think that's important. So that's what's happening this morning. Yeah, I was accused of doing these at night, looking like this. I just roll out of the sack. Honestly, I roll out of the sack. start boiling the water, because I now make my coffee either pour over a French press. And I feed the cats. I do some reading. Today's reading is continuing the Millionaire booklet, which is just profound reading. Profound. Honestly, this has changed the way that I think about money. I'll put a link to it below, the Millionaire booklet. If you can't read this, you're not going to read anything else that I recommend to you. Let's see, it's, 42 pages. Literally read one chapter a day. It's going to change your mindset. Every little thing that you learn, you can leverage to better your life. Like, for instance, I read this all last summer. Every day, a chapter a day, every day. When I got to the end of it, I went back to the beginning. Every day, as I was writing my book called How to Leave Retail Once and For All. Leveraging everything. The one thing that I got out of that is how to make money a priority. I'm not talking about being a greedy dick about it, but make it a priority. For instance, if I was a shepherd and I had 100 sheep, I would make, and those are my money makers. My sheep are my money makers. I would do whatever I can to protect those sheep from predators. I would be counting the sheep to make sure that all my money makers are there. That's important. Making money a priority. But there's this weird teaching today amongst many people of a certain age group where money is just one of those things that it's not that important. Hell yes, it is important. You're going to have aging parents. You're going to have kids. And you're going to have bills. Make it happen. Make money a priority. Managing it, making it, and the way that you spend it. Make it a priority. Learn everything you can about it. I never learned anything like that. Went through all of high school. They never taught me how to make $1. I went through 9 years of college. No one ever taught me how to make $1. I learned it all on my own. I literally paid for an education and did not learn how to make money to pay that education back. Holy cow. Like, unbelievable. Now, it's a good thing I shoveled driveways and raked leaves and did odd jobs and cut hair and all that stuff. That's how I learned how to make money. But honest to God, there's generations that have gone by that have not learned how to make $1. Not a single dollar. So my mindset changed as a result of reading that. And that's not a commercial for Grant Cardone's Millionaire booklet. It's something that I feel very, very passionate about and want to pass that on to you. Second thing is, a little switch in mindset was the goals are now called a to-do list. I feel better. How many years went by in your life where you made a New Year's resolution and you only achieved part of those resolutions, like losing weight, getting into shape, by the way, which was one of my resolutions, a forced resolution, but it became a to-do list. It went from resolution to goal to to-do list. Now I'm in shape. I'm strong. Weight is gone. I've got all the muscles back. I feel great. I look great. Because it was on my to-do list. I can check that off. Just a simple change in mindset can make a huge difference. What is on your to-do list for 2018? Huge year for me. Huge year. I hope that 2018 is the year that you get unstuck in your business. Do you have a side hustle? The cats are so funny in the morning. Do you have a little business, a little side hustle? Do you trade a service for cash? Can you turn that into a business, or can you expand it and double that cash? Think about it. Once you start handling green, because right now everyone's got direct deposit. No one handles cash anymore. one of the best ways to learn how to make money is to make cash. Have cash in your hand. I'm not saying all of it. All your money needs to be cash money. But there's something to be said for performing a service or creating a product and somebody putting green in your hand. And leave that money around. Put it in a clip. Take your 20s, turn them into 50s or 100s, get a stack of them, put them in a binder clip, and leave it on your desk. Leave it on your dresser. Put it on the vanity in the bathroom. Get used to money. Feeling it, smelling it, touching it, making it. You won't be so fast to spend it that way. It's easy to spend digital currency, isn't it? Credit cards, buy something online. But when you have cash, it's not so easy to spend. And you appreciate it more. Well, it's getting late out now. I hope you got something out of this. If you'd like to sponsor the ASMR at 5 and do a live at 5, let me know. You'll be prominent and front and center every day here, Monday through Friday. Talk to you soon. Have a great day. And think about your to-do list for 2018, the year that you get unstuck.